kidding. I know, it's crazy. I'm wearing shirts now.
Yeah.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the funniest and most obvious times that extras have locked eyes with the camera.
If you're part of a crew, nobody ever tells you that they're going to kill you.
Number 10, the one with the staring extra, Friends.
Hey, guys, what should I wear to a Knicks game?
A t-shirt that says, I don't belong here?
Being on a sitcom like Friends has to be a dream come true. But you know what they say about how the sausage gets made, and some extras have problems with the camera. Case in point, this random lady in the 4th season episode, the one with all the haste.
Come on, we know what these are worth.
What do you think, we're stupid?
Not stupid, you're meaner than I thought.
Joey talks to Chandler about Nick's season tickets, and a lady in a brown coat over Joey's shoulder just can't help looking into the camera. It's not like this is a one-time thing either. Over the course of just 20 seconds, she looks into the lens a good 5 or 6 times. We're surprised they didn't do another take because these glances are really obvious once you see them.
I like it, and Emily likes it, and that's what counts.
Number 9, 2 for 1, The Peacemaker.
Обеспечено все.
Так точно, товарищ генерал.
Желаю удачи.
Спасибо, товарищ.
Doing long takes with a large group has to be a nightmare. One slip up and the entire thing has to be staged and filmed again. Or the director just shrugs their shoulders and says, whatever, people won't notice. Well, we did. The opening scene of this George Clooney thriller takes place in a Bosnian church.
Gospodine ministre. O, neko me zvao I sad se tamo niko ne javlja. Ja sam zvao.
Dozens of extras watch a baptism as the camera zooms into a man with a gray beard. But our attention goes elsewhere. First, to the man in black beside the candles, whose eyes dart to the camera a good 3 different times. After that, it's the woman behind Graybeard's shoulder, who stares directly into the camera as it approaches. Oops.
Nije li to moglo da čeka do sutra u parlamentu?
Nije.
Number 8, almost a masterpiece, Hard Boiled. When it comes to movie shootouts, it doesn't get much better than John Woo's Hard Boiled. Widely considered Woo's masterpiece, Hard Boiled is filled with classic action scenes, including the opening tea house sequence. The scene is nearly flawless, minus one, flaw. As the camera pans through the tea house, a man in black can be seen admiring the birds above his table. But he casts a very quick glance at the camera as it passes above him. Luckily, our eyes are drawn to the action at the next table, so the mistake isn't too obvious. Number 7, The Lady at the Table, Modern Family.
So we're in wine country. When does the wine tasting start? Because I could use it after the public bashing I've had to endure.
One of the most successful modern sitcoms, Modern Family won 5 straight Emmy Awards for Outstanding Comedy Series. Point is, these people know how to make good TV. And even the people who make good TV let the odd mistake slip through the cracks. In the 9th season episode Wine Weekend, Claire and Jay share a glass of, well, you can probably guess.
I just gotta sneak out tonight and disappear those bear slippers in the woods. Am I a terrible person?
No, but there might be a pattern of desecrating national parks you might want to look at.
Sitting behind them is a woman in a blue sweater, who can be seen conversing with 2 other women. She does very well for the most part, but at one point she pushes her hair, rubs her nose, and stares directly into the camera. Well, at least she didn't take a fake phone call with her fingers. Looking at you, Gloria.
What are they doing? Is she answering an imaginary phone?
Number 6. Why are you looking this way? Thor Ragnarok.
The damage is not too bad. As long as the foundations are still strong, we can rebuild this place.
Movie mistakes can really take away from the power of a moment. The climax of Thor Ragnarok sees the titular event occur when Surtur destroys Asgard. Shortly after the planet explodes, the camera pans over a small group of grieving Asgardians.
Those foundations are gone. Sorry.
Everyone is staring off to their right with looks of shock and grief, except for one bearded guy in the back. He does things a little differently by impatiently darting his eyes around and landing them straight into the path of the panning camera. Luckily, he's a little fuzzy and out of focus, so the damage isn't too catastrophic, unlike what happened to Asgard.
You saved us from extinction. Asgard is not a place.
It's a people.
Number 5. Ruining a meet cute. Swingers.
So the only difference is if I forget about her or just pretend to forget about her. Right. Well, that sucks.
Jon Favreau wouldn't be the Hollywood megastar he is today without Swingers. He wrote the classic film and stars alongside Vince Vaughn as New York comedian Mike Peters. Near the end of the movie, Mike approaches a woman named Lorraine, who is played by Heather Graham.
Hi.
When that happens, not one but 2 extras ruin the meet cute. First is a man with longer hair who does a double take while glancing at the camera. The second is a lot more obvious. The man not only comes into frame to look into the lens, but his eyes are also very well lit, making the goof all the more evident. But hey, the movie was shot for $200,000. You have to embrace the sloppiness.
I'm Mike.
Hi, Mike. Lorraine.
Like the quiche.
Yeah, like the quiche. That's the really original joke.
Number 4. The white-haired extra. Home Sweet Home Alone.
What the heck are you looking at? I'm sorry. I'm having a bad day.
Talk about sloppiness. The 6th entry in the Home Alone franchise, Home Sweet Home Alone was widely panned upon release, despite some big names like Ellie Kemper and Kenan Thompson. He plays a real estate agent named Gavin Washington, who in one scene meets up with Kemper's character in a church.
What?
It's an offer for your dad's personal training.
And during this scene, a white-haired man can be seen sitting behind his right shoulder. And this man is staring straight into the camera lens pretty much the entire time. It's probably the funniest thing in the movie, however unintentional it may be. It looks like the man just could not care less, and to be honest, we don't think the director did either.
Evening.
Number 3. The Diner Extras. Avengers Endgame.
I put the brains and the brawn together, and now look at me. Best of both worlds.
The climactic Avengers film was made for $400 million and still contained a glaringly obvious camera stare that we couldn't pass up on mentioning, even if those behind the act might be considered more than just background performers. We guess no amount of money can prevent those kinds of mistakes. In one scene, a group of kids approach the Hulk in a diner and ask for a picture.
Excuse me, Mr. Hulk?
Yes,
Can we get a photo?
100%, little person.
Unfortunately, the young actors make some errors. The smaller kid looks at the Hulk's chest rather than his eyes, presumably making eye contact with Mark Ruffalo rather than the cutout head he wears for reference. And then, the older boy looks right at the camera while Scott throws a fit about his lack of attention.
I don't want a picture with them.
But he's gonna feel bad.
Sorry.
They're happy to. They said
I
they'll
don't
do
want
it.
to. I don't want to.
No, you feel bad.
Take the goddamn phone.
What are you gonna do? They're kids. Watch them both win an Oscar one day. Number 2. A glance made even worse. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I guess the culture's just sort of changing and we're defining our boundaries.
Boundaries, yes.
A camera glance is bad enough, but when you add a filmmaker's voice to the mix, things go from bad to downright clumsy. In the 10th season episode Side Sitting, Alice storms out of a restaurant after Larry sits too close to her.
Let go of me! I came here with an open mind.
No,
You don't get to grab me in a banquet or side
No,
sit.
I had to side sit. I had to side sit because what are you...
Shortly after she pushes the door open, a woman with black hair looks around the room and shoots a very quick glance at the camera. To make matters worse, someone then mutters, "The lady just looked at the camera." It's very quiet and you'll likely need headphones to hear it, but it is there. Cue the awkward theme song. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Diner Extra. Goodfellas.
See, your murderers come with smiles. They come as your friends, the people who have cared for you all of your life, and they always seem to come at a time when you're at your weakest and most in need of their help.
We would probably get nervous and mess up too if we were sitting behind Robert freaking De Niro. In one of the movie's best scenes, Henry meets with Jimmy at a diner and realizes he's about to be killed.
That's when I knew I would never have come back from Florida alive.
It's an enormously important scene in regards to plot and character development, as it's this very conversation that turns Henry rat. But we can't stop looking at the guy in the red flannel. The guy eats his food and tries his absolute darndest not to look into the camera, but he unfortunately fails in this pursuit. Right after Jimmy says you got a good chance of beating the case, the extra takes a bite and locks eyes with the camera. So close, but so far.
It's gonna be okay. I think you got a good chance of beating the case.
How do you think you would perform as an extra? Let us know in the comments below.
Okay, cut. Couple in the back.
Yep. No, I know. Bigger?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.